lady there.
Hi, thanks. Hi, I have a question which I'd like each of the panel members to try and have a stab at. As we've been talking about British Libraries Europeana project, next Monday BBC will announce the first, I think it's 200 episodes of 1400 of World War I at home. We are in this situation where we're really kind of contemplating the relationship of the local to the global. What are your kind of hopes and fears and aspirations for what we might achieve through this, talking through this debate within Britain and Britain's place within the world over the next 4 to 5 years?
Neil.
Well, let me say that I'm not terribly interested in Britain's place in the world because I don't see Britain as a unified entity. I see Britain as a class society. And what I'm interested in is the well-being of the great majority of ordinary British people who are at the moment are under massive attack by a neoliberal elite. And we talked a little bit about the Second World War and the legacy of the Second World War, a neoliberal elite that is determined to destroy the greatest achievement of the British people in the 20th century, which is the construction of the welfare state in the 25 years or so after the Second World War. And when you look at who is doing that and who supports that project, it is the neoliberal elite of bankers and industrialists and millionaire politicians. It's the same sort of people, actually, as made the decision to go to war in 1914. So it's not really a question of Britain's position in the world. It's much more a question of how are working people in Britain going to organise themselves, along with working people in other countries, to resist what is coming down the road. That's partly neoliberal cuts, austerity cuts, which will return us to the kind of position that we were in the interwar period. But it's also about this. It's also about support for new military interventions in other parts of the world designed to shore up the big corporations that are based in the Western world. And we have no interest in those wars as ordinary people, any more than we have any interest in the austerity cuts, but our rulers do. The main enemy is at home, not abroad.